Donald Trump has built an incredible trust with the American people. Most presidents and most politicians run and they make a whole bunch of promises. Donald Trump made promises. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to secure the border. I'm going to bring jobs back to America, manufacturing back to America. He kept those promises and people's lives were better for it. And so they love him. And so when he endorses a candidate that are going to fight for the ideas and the principles that he fought for, they take it seriously. So I don't think Donald Trump is going to win every single primary, but I think a vast majority of the Trump-endorsed candidates are going to win because he has this unique relationship with the voter. Their lives got better under Donald Trump because he kept their promises. And when he says this guy is going to fight for you like I did, they take that to the bank.
Hey, Congressman, let me ask you a question. I'm just straightforward. If you lose this election, will you accept the results?
Oh, of course I will, but that's not what's going to happen.
J.D. Vance is now going to be the next senator from Ohio, Tim Ryan, and he is going to lose. So the Republicans will retain their Senate seat in Ohio.
I think most people think you've run, people I talk to think you've run one of the best campaigns in America this year.
NBC News projecting J.D. Vance the winner.
WNBC.
I don't get it. Are some people going to be shocked on Wednesday morning?
It's going to be the beauty of the win.
Like you guys just said, for the first time, NBC News is calling that race
WNBC.
When the news was announced from NBC that J.D. Vance was the projected winner, it was silence here in the room at the Tim Ryan watch party.
WNBC.
We have a real chance to win this thing. There's the polls, and then there's what you hear on the ground.
The Republican J.D. Vance won 53% of the vote, beating out Democrat Tim Ryan.
What are you telling Ohio voters in these closing moments tonight, in your closing argument against J.D. Vance, who had Donald Trump come in to support him tonight?
You got to vote for who's most Ohio, Lawrence, and I'm the Ohio guy here. J.D. Vance gave up on Ohio.
I have the privilege to concede this race to J.D. Vance.
And that's why he's going to lose, because as you rightly pointed out, he's an ass kisser.
I'm for Ohio. I don't kiss anyone's ass like him.
Senator Schumer's here, and I want to make sure he's my future boss, so I got to suck up a little bit here.
And people in Ohio want a leader, and I'm a leader. I've taken on my own party. I've taken on Republicans. I've agreed with Republicans.
I would just say this, as a Democrat, and as a progressive, I believe.
I've got a really long record around progressive politics.
And when you talk about the Green New Deal, I support a Green New Deal.
The progressive agenda is what's best for working families.
Some people think that they have to agree with their politicians 100% of the time. And I ask these people, are any of you married?
Tim Ryan, who's a sitting congressman, this guy has voted 100% of the time with the Biden agenda, literally 100%.
And he's just going to follow the herd and follow the extremists, and that's not going to work, and that's why we're going to win this race.
J.D. Vance defeating Tim Ryan late last night.
While Vance was busy kissing up to Trump, Ryan has been crisscrossing the state, selling himself as an average Joe.
We have Republican crossover support. We have the building and construction trades. Their rank and file folks are coming our way. And
because we're going to shock the world here. We're going to win this race. J.D. Vance is an absolute fraud. He's wearing a tinfoil hat. He's extreme on every issue. And we're 1,000% more Ohio than him, and we're going to win. But we need some help from those grassroots supporters.
Vance defeated Democrat Tim Ryan in a race that was deadlocked up until this past week.
And that's why we're going to win this race.
So he felt like he did have a good campaign. But again, Maureen, it just was not meant to be.
This place is ridiculous. And we got a new name for the GOP. The grand old phonies.
I've agreed with Republicans.
In Ohio, Republican J.D. Vance defeating Democrat Tim Ryan.
We don't want our senator, hanging out the next 6 years with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We don't want that. And I'm telling you that we are going to win this race. J.D. Vance is going to get put to bed. He's going to end up back in California.
It wasn't until just before midnight that Vance declared victory.
But make it the Republican
replacement theory. Mainstream it, because this is the way. You have to scare. We don't have the economy on our side as Democrats, so you have to scare the bejesus out of people. The way to scare it, make them own it. This is a Republican platform. It's the racist Republican replacement theory.
This great replacement theory was the motivator for the shooting in Buffalo. Yes. Where that shooter had all these great replacement theory writings that J.D. Vance agrees with. Those extremists that he runs around with, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz, all these guys, they just want to stoke this racial violence. We're tired of it, J.D.
You have to scare the bejesus out of people. The way
this is disgusting.
I'd like to
here's exactly what happens when the media and people like Tim Ryan accuse me of engaging the great replacement theory. I'll tell you exactly what happens, Tim. What happens is that my own children, my biracial children, get attacked by scumbags online and in person because you are so desperate for political power that you'll accuse me, the father of 3 beautiful biracial babies, of engaging in racism. We are sick of it. You can believe in a border without being a racist. You can believe in the country without being a racist. And this just shows how desperate this guy is for political power.
Yeah, we're sick of it. And it's not just J.D. Vance who's sick of it. It's virtually every normal person who lives here, of all colors and all political backgrounds, just sick of it. Shut up, they explain. No, we're not going to shut up. How's that? We're going to keep talking.
Congressman Tim Ryan with his closing argument on tonight's Last Word. Thank you very much.
We're going to bring it home, Lawrence.
Gotcha.
We're going to bring it home.
Different, dirty politicians all belong in prison shits.